pants.
We're live.
Oh no.
Time out. Are we live or are we like
We are
recording?
recording.
All right, all right.
Okay,
Well,
so we can cut things. We can cut things. We're
yeah,
good.
awesome. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us today, and the crew here with BCSO SWAT. Today we're going to be having random banter and maybe talking about some of the public events that we faced today. What do you think, Devil Shark? What happened?
What didn't happen today, dude? It was ridiculous. I think we had what about 40 different active shooter calls throughout the shift. It was
Oh,
stupid,
back to
man.
back. I mean, we had to have saved at least like 40 plus officers throughout the day. Um, that itself screams promotion, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at you, Duke.
It should. I mean, it should. I really don't see why not. You've been proficient with really everything, leadership-wise, is what I should say. I don't know. I don't know why you're not a sergeant yet after all these promotion dates.
Like the thing is, in my opinion, is even after, especially Devil Shark, men going and working full time, and then on top of that, we're still spending 7 hours on this out here saving the day, being Superman for everybody else.
True.
Kind of ridiculous. Welcome, bitches. We're back.
After a quick
So
wardrobe change, realize we have to get fucking. We're sweaty under all this shit. So
wait. You don't think us like cussing and stuff is gonna be a problem as far as like Broward County and YouTube, right?
it really shouldn't. We already have a
Yeah, I
minute.
don't think so. I mean, we're
We're
all grown
adults.
adults, so if
All
you're
right,
fucking mad,
we're all adults. It's fine.
if you're mad, then get off.
What you enjoy
Do you want to
about it?
elaborate
Anyway,
upon how all of you have matching tattoos and why everybody in SWAT has the exact same tattoos,
yeah.
except for me
So,
because I'm built
so
different?
it kind of all starts from the first time that me and Duke ever kissed. Basically, we just really we linked, and then we decided that we're gonna go to the tattoo shop
Hey,
and get
retard,
matching
aren't you
tattoos.
married?
Huh?
Aren't you fucking married?
Yeah, she doesn't know about you.
Aren't both of you married?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Well,
take my fat
anyways,
W as being the only not married person here.
yeah, buddy won. There you go. At least he still has sex in his life.
Yeah, I can still get
Um,
laid whenever I want to.
must be nice. Yeah, we probably shouldn't add that.
No, I'll have to send it away all the clip out. I don't have any editing software. Y'all can do
Just the
whatever you want.
have bloopers in the end to show
The
everything at the end.
the bloopers in the end.
Top 10 gay moments.
Top 10 gay moments.
All right. So let me ask you, gentlemen, what's one of your favorite scenes that you guys can recall?
Ooh.
Well, I think, and I'm a dipping more into the real life portion of this instead of the BCSO one. But when I was responding to a call, and it's gonna be about the guy on PCP. So I have only been a sheriff's deputy for about 3 weeks at this point. I'm only just on the job. I'm still in field training and everything. I've put maybe two people in cuffs before this. And I'm now at the point where I'm supposed to be taking primary on all of our calls. And we get there, and the person who called us is standing outside of his house saying, "There's a crazy man inside of my house. He was sweating like crazy and just asked for some water, and I gave him some, and then he just started wrecking the whole place." So obviously, we go into the house to try and, stop this absolutely unhinged savage from tearing apart this poor person's house. And when I open the door, all I see is this about 500-pound, 6'5", fat, naked man on PCP
That
tearing
is
up this
so
entire
hot.
house. He was definitely hot and sweaty. He was on the whole binge of thinking everybody was after him, and I attempted to convince him that I wasn't after him. He didn't believe it. So next thing you know, me and him are both on the ground, and I am now wrestling a 500
Naked.
pound naked fat man who is sweating all over me, while my FTO stands in the corner and watches me. Um,
Was
Eventually, I
he
did lock him up. We had to double cuff him. That
was
was
your
for sure.
FTO? Was your FTO dressed?
Was that, yes, my FTO was dressed. He was not. He was
Got it.
not. He was not watching it
No, they had a
undressed.
naked wrestling match. That's what happened.
Well,
Yeah.
like you just got to clarify sometimes,
Yeah, no, I was fully the only person who was naked was the guy on PCP.
and you.
Eventually, after I was not, I was fully dressed in my duty gear like a good little recruit that I was. But eventually, after about 10 minutes of fighting this guy, we eventually get him cuffed up. We had to double cuff him because of how big around he was. And we transported him, and I was covered in his sweat. It was the most
Did he
disgusting I've
stink?
ever felt. Oh, I smelled horrible. He smelled horrible. And I smelled horrible from getting his stank all over me. I had to go home after that and do some uniform maintenance. It was so bad. That's probably
The
my most
Yeah,
memorable call.
I definitely would have dropped
God.
off my stuff at the dry cleaners.
Oh, 100%, man.
Let the
I had
poor
to bleach my
Chinese owner
uniform.
fucking deal with it.
You should probably cut that part out.
Fuck it. Well, the plate. Well, it's not. Nope. Why? Because my dry cleaner place is owned by a fucking Chinese guy.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. Anyway, so y'all two
Just like
now.
the
Y'all
donut
two gotta go
shop.
into y'all stories. Just like the donut stop.
Yeah. There's also another little Chinese dude who owns a fucking donut shop down here. He makes pretty good business. Most of my
I'm,
area is
I'm gonna
just
say
small
it as a real
business.
life cop. I don't eat much donuts.
They're not that good. They're really an overrated
I
fucking.
think,
We eat
I
too many of
think
them, and you become a fat,
yeah.
disgusting thing who has no business being a cop.
My thing is like I just don't really mess with sweets like that in general. Yeah, I think I ate too many like donuts as a child because like my parents, like when I was younger, they'd always bring us in Fred Meyer's and me get our cheap ass cold donuts and Maple Bar was always the go to. But it's just like that's something that's like once in a blue moon that I can do. I don't know if I can do that anymore.
I get it, I get it. But what about you two? You guys had me go on my little tangent about my craziest or favorite calls. What about you two?
Hands down, my favorite call was going to be my DUI. We had just shut down some of the lanes. I pulled up to a gate. We shut down some of the lanes to the gate, and this gentleman, he was not a soldier. He was had no business being on the base whatsoever. He decides to mow through the cone that was inside the lane with a big X right above it. It tells you you're not supposed to go in that lane. And so obviously, I get behind him and I start putting on my LED lights onto him and flashing my lights into his mirror, and it woke him up. And he went to go take the first right turn that he could on the street that he was on. Well, when he took that first right turn, he was hit the turn a little early, and he ends up hitting like a little ditch, and his whole car flips around into a 180, and he knocks his car into neutral. Well, I ran up and I pulled my N17 six sewer, six sour, whatever you guys want to call it, and ran up to his car and I told him to get out of the car, screaming, using a little bit of vulgar language, and he gets out and he thought it was going to be a good idea to try to run from me. Mind you, I'm wearing like 50 pounds of gear on me. And, well, I still managed to stay up with him. And he finally gave up. I think he realized he was a little too intoxicated to try to run from me. And so he put his hands up in the air and he turned around and started walking towards me. And I'm not gonna lie, I got a little nervous. I didn't know what he had inside of his pockets or what he had inside of his waistband or anything. So I started screaming and cussing at him. I told him to get on the ground, get on his face away from me, all that. Eventually, he finally caught on to the lingo what I was telling him to do, and he turned around and got him on his stomach. Told him to put his palms up towards the sky, cross his ankles, put his ankles to his butt, and I went and sat on top of him and I handcuffed him. Well, we finally got it in through the radio, and next thing you know, about eight other officers they came rolling in. I mean, it happened. It felt like it took forever, but it had to have only been like 45 seconds after it was called in on the radio that this guy gets swarmed because like we're in a small base, and so we get the guy up on his feet, and one of the fellow officers, really good guy. He was a former Marine as well, actually.
Right.
I think he started doing civilian law enforcement for like the last like 2.5, 3 years after he got out of the Marine Corps, and yeah, so he put him. He went to go try to take him to the squad vehicle, and there's a unit, and this guy started kind of like trying to pull away from him, and so The ex-marine told him, like, dude, I'm about to put you on your face. Like, you better stop pulling away from me. And he finally gets him inside the car, and so we end up searching his vehicle, and we find about 8 empty Keystone Light beers, and he had about a
Oh my god.
half-empty bottle of vodka, and
Not
right
not
inside the
even
cup holder. Second,
not even the good stuff, just the cheap shit.
yeah,
Like this
it
guy
was
must have
all cheap.
struggling.
No, no, absolutely he was because we went and we looked inside his cup holder and we pulled out a receipt and it said that he just got like checked out of rehab that morning at 9 a.m. And the first thing that he decided to go do was go to the bar, get all smashed drunk, and then he went and bought more liquor after he got kicked out of the bar, and then somehow winded up inside of our base. And obviously that's not some good charges there. You got DUI, you just ran into a military installation, like you're cooked, Doug. That's it. Yeah,
Federal
so
even. Fucking
yeah, it was a
federal.
wrap for him.
Jesus. Man. I don't really have any interesting shit on my end. Working customer service, that it definitely put me in the line of some fucking danger, but I really can't do much about it. There's one instance. So I was working the service desk. There was a guy returning. It's like an electric fireplace slash TV stand. And it was two guys. I guess the other guy sent the fucker up to me. Right, I could not understand what this guy was trying to tell me. Like, you guys seen Waterboy, right?
Yeah.
Like, the assistant coach. Fucking. That's exactly what he fucking sounded
Yeah.
like. So I was like, to be extra safe, I was like, you know what? I had three options. I could give all like it back on a gift card, or I put it back to original payment, which was fucking some on a card and 43 cents. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do the safe route just in case they don't want to buy another one, right? Because I'm already packed, I'm already smashed, I'm already fucking stressed out. All these people in front of me. So he gets
Right.
that. He walks away confused. And he goes over to the guy who apparently speaks coherent English, but just didn't want to walk up there, I guess. So as my relief comes over to give me a break, I'm walking away and under my breath I'm like, oh my fucking god. And the dude came up behind me. Mind you, this is like the most hick motherfucker in the planet. Like he's basically wearing shit. He was wearing a hat, like the gray hat with the fucking the flag on the front. He's wearing a flannel with like a
What I
grunt
normally wear. Yeah.
t-shirt underneath. Yeah, that type. He's like, "Hey," I was like, "Excuse me, you don't fucking talk to your customers that way." I was like, "I'm not talking to you. Nothing that came out of my mouth pertained towards you guys." That's it. Blah, 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 blah. He got right in my face, and I just kept walking away. And I was like, "I'm not dealing with this. I can't fucking fight him." Mind you, he's like maybe a foot taller than me. Come to find out, he teaches MMA, so I would have been fucked either way. That's when I was fat as shit and did not know how to fight. I probably still don't know how to fight. Give it a buck with you. They'd like pull me
Yeah,
all the way in the back.
it's not
Like
necessarily a natural gift. It's something you definitely got to learn. So
it's the thing. Every time I go to try and spar with one of my buddies, I outweigh them by like 30 pounds. So it's hard to find someone in my weight class because either they
yeah,
don't
that's good.
want to or it's just
Are
they
you, are you
don't
scared of
want
getting hit in the face?
to. Oh, most definitely not. I mean, it's
I
the
mean,
face is a
I won't
trigger
lie. Like
point.
I don't think I get. I want to say necessary. I'm not like. I definitely avoid getting hit in the face more than anything because like I don't. I hate being hit in the face.
Yeah, that's the trigger point for most
But
dudes. That's when fucking primal instincts come out. You start wailing on
yeah,
people.
exactly. But like I want to say like I'm scared, but it is almost like a fear. Like I definitely do everything I can to make sure I do not get hit in the face.
I'm gonna keep it a bug with y'all. I have zero survival instincts. I have taken hits to the mouth, gut. Like I'm kind of chilling, honestly. But
I
I
mean, yeah,
also like
we've
working at
all
the
taken
sheriff's
we've
office.
all
I get hit
taken.
a lot. Like
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, I'm sure you got people trying to assault police officers almost on a daily, if like
yeah, I mean
even
it's a pretty
daily.
regular thing, and even in our training, like when it comes to partners, I'll pair up with anybody, even if it's like a little female deputy. Because here's the thing, right?
Punch her in her mouth.
Well, because here's the thing, she is potentially going to be in a scenario where she has to fight someone my size. And
Most definitely.
I don't wish to be rude to any of them, but when I talk with them, I try to stress the importance of the streets do not care that you're a woman.
Yeah.
They do not care that you are 5'4". You need to put in the extra effort to make sure you're better than that guy.
Survival instinct, and
Like,
that's why always your tactic should always your level of force should always be one higher than theirs.
yeah, but another thing too is lethal force especially is dictated by a lot of different things when it comes to officers. I like me being 6'4", 230 pounds, right?
It doesn't
The
make
the
sense for you to pull
necessity
out a
that
gun
I
on
need
a
to
five
use
foot
lethal
four person.
force, yeah, the thing that I need to use lethal force is a lot higher than a 5'4", 115-pound person.
Well, right. Well, because
Um,
being you, if you had like a 5 foot four person with a baseball bat, and they try to swing at you, you can probably take it and grab that bat, strip it out of their hands, and whoop their ass with it. But imagine if you pulled your gun and just decided to shoot them, it would look not good at all.
yeah, it would look horrible, and that's why I try and stress to a lot of the new female deputies that we have joined that you are going to have to work 2 times, if not 3 times harder than everybody else, because you're going to be tried more. Our female deputies get in more fights than any other deputy. Um,
That's because people know that they can take advantage.
yeah, people see them and they know that they're bigger and they plan to fight them. And I am all for women being in law enforcement. I am fully I'm just fine with it. But they need to understand that they need to work 2, 3 times as hard to be able to deal with a suspect my size, if not bigger.
Absolutely.
True.
Like see, I'm totally with you with the whole women being on law enforcement and everything. Um, I think there are certain scenarios where maybe it should be more of a protected class. Um, I don't know, like it just it blows my mind. Like a lot of those women have a lot of courage, right? Like especially the smaller ones.
It's
It's
definitely a
definitely
yeah.
another game for them. It's dangerous, man. Like everybody knows like even the strongest woman in the world can't even, bench as much as like some of the weakest men. Um it's just
It's
that's a
just
natural
it's
thing, and
pure
that's okay.
genetics.
That's
Natural.
exactly, it's the human body. But what they have to understand is as long as they're smart and they're being tactful and they know how to use their equipment and they know how to like assess a situation, then that's what will keep them safe. I think that's the biggest like protocol right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's knowing your equipment, taking that extra time to go out of your way for those classes for whether it's jujitsu or whatever. I'm not saying jujitsu is going to be a catch-all martial art, but it's a good one to learn for joint manipulation, which can help you deal with people bigger than you.
No,
It's just you have to
what?
go that extra mile.
No, no, no. What's your guys' opinion on that female officer that thought that she got into her own apartment and it wasn't her apartment, and she ended up going in with a Bravo male,
Oh no.
and shooting him. Like it's situations like that is like, how do you mess up that bad?
I've never heard of this story.
Yeah, there's that
Yeah,
story.
man.
There's the one who she had her gun stolen from her by a suspect.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, there's been a few instances like that, and most of the female deputies that I've worked with are very, very good at their job, and I'm fine with them backing me up on a call.
Oh
But that's
yeah, for
because I
sure.
know them and I know that they put in the extra effort.
Even the ones that I seen inside your body cam footage, like like even like the one that you called when that lady was all drunk and acting like erotic and stuff, and
Hmm.
you were worried that, oh, I better call a female officer in case she tries to say that I tried to do something that I didn't do, because that tends to be a big thing that happens. Um, it seemed like the officers, the female officers that you were accompanied by, they did very good. And, they came there, they searched the lady, and they executed everything perfectly. And there was no threat. Everything went down to knees. The drunk lady, she ended up being more calm than I thought she was going to end up being, and it went down. Everything went down perfectly.
Yeah, and that specific one I've been on a lot of calls with, and she understands her limits and she knows like when to pull out a taser. She knows when if she goes hands on, she's going to lose. So she understands when to like deploy a taser or things like that, or she just generally tries not to let it get to a hands-on point if she can help it.
Yeah, no, absolutely, that's
But
awesome.
she's generally pretty safe. She's generally pretty safe. Unfortunately, she's left my department now.
Oh
She's
really?
moving on. She's moving on to bigger things. But
Like
She
law
was always a good
enforcement
one to
wise,
have.
or like bigger things.
Yeah,
Like,
she's moving out of state and going to a different law enforcement agency.
very cool.
There's also that other stereotype of some like it's basically a meme now where female deputies slash officers are made fun of for the few mistakes of if they were to feel threatened. There's a lot of occurrences where they have fired upon something that did not need to be fired upon, such as someone maybe walking towards them or reaching for something in their car. Other
Oh
than just
yeah.
like,
Well,
hey,
so
it's crazy.
I want to say it's almost exactly even females too. I mean, I've seen male officers do that kind of stuff. You know, it's just it's that paranoia that rides with them, and it tends to actually be a lot of veterans that I notice that these mistakes come from because they get thrown inside these manic PTSD episodes. And for an example, like there's an officer who had an acorn drop on his car,
Oh my
and
fucking
he had
god, yeah.
flipped out, and you know he started calling shots fired and started returning fire. Like he didn't even know what he was shooting at. He was seeing stuff, man. Like.
Poor guy. I didn't even know that was the full story. I thought it was just some dumb shit happening, but no, he couldn't
Yeah,
help it.
yeah, no, he had a really bad PTSD episode. It turned into a manic festival.
Poor guy. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, you do see it a lot in veterans. A lot of them too, like they're coming over to the civilian side of law enforcement, and a lot of them, especially because they're ex-infantry like me, some of them are still looped into that infantry mindset, which obviously the way that we handle stuff in the military, infantry wise,
Shoot
is a
first,
lot
ask
different than you
questions
handle stuff
later.
as a cop, you know? Like when we go somewhere, we understand, like we're told our rules of engagement, we're told who's bad, who's good. Meanwhile, as civilian law enforcement, especially as a law enforcement officer in the South, people can have their guns just up on their dashboard, and there's nothing
Oh,
I can
not
do
like
about it.
nothing. Yeah,
So I mean, a lot of veterans struggle with that transfer over to civilian life and civilian law enforcement. Um, they just kind of have to work on that. Like, either they can find that little switch to switch back to civilian life, or they can't. They just have to figure it out. Some people can, some people can't.
most definitely. You know, if you know that you're not mentally cut for that kind of stuff, and you know that you have these kind of episodes, it's not the place, man. Because you're just asking for a world of hurt. You know, especially when you think that you're doing the right thing, or if your brain thinks that it's doing the right thing. Or you get stuck in a scenario where that you don't want to be in, it can turn into a dangerous game for you, and it can end your career and lock you up in bars, even though you're supposed to be the good guy, you know.
Hmm. Have y'all seen that video? Hang on, I'll send it to the group chat so you can watch it. There's this guy that got fucking. I'll just let you watch it. It's crazy to me.
Oh my God, is that you naked?
What the fuck? So, dude hits reverse, stop the car, fucking slams right into him. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like basically the whole mag into the driver's seat, and he still he still fucking pulls off in the car. Like you can hear it rev, and he's trying to get out of there. I do not know how that's possible.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't know the full context. I don't even know how many shots made contact with the guy because it looked like he just kind of had the gun down, like aimlessly shooting towards the driver's seat. I mean, he by all means had full thing for deadly force at that point because they went to go drive into him.
Yeah, no,
Um,
absolutely. Also,
yeah,
too, you never know the odds too. The person could be high on methamphetamines or opiates, and that can definitely change the game of how much they can take. Pain tolerance is down to a minimum, and or down to a max, or up to a max, as it was. Sorry. When people are under the influence of certain substances, I mean, it can take more than 17 rounds to take down a
Take down
body.
my body.
yeah. I mean, I hear that question raised a lot on, oh, why did this cop mag dump somebody? And it's like, well, because a lot of times, especially when someone's on drugs, you'll see them get shot multiple times and they will just keep going.
Normal people don't necessarily act like that. It's either mental illness or they're really high on a
Really high off
certain
too.
narcotic. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's the same thing too with like, well, why didn't you just tase the guy? A lot of times tasers won't work,
Tasers just do not fucking work.
Well,
especially in a deadly force
well,
situation.
no.
Like tasers will work. However, if I am in a deadly force situation, that person has a knife and is running at me. I am not going to risk
I'm
my
using my
life by
gun.
attempting to tase them.
Well, so the thing is, you know that somebody within 10 feet with a knife has higher odds of killing you with a knife than they do a gun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh fuck yeah. Have y'all ever seen that video? I can't remember what it was. I think he was beanbagged 6 times. He was high off of fucking something. He was beanbagged 6 times, tased 4 times, and he. I mean, they hit him with batons and everything else. They did everything in their power, and then at the very end, he charged for somebody, and he had to shoot him.
That's PCP for you.
Probably. I don't. It didn't look like he was on. Well, maybe I don't know. It was like a nice ass like. It was a big ass yard, big ass house. He was nicely dressed. I don't
We
know.
can afford good drugs.
For good drugs apparently. Shit.
Not
Man.
not every person that like just because they look nice, it's hard to judge people like that because they can all just be on the same fucked up shit as everybody else.
True. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So what's up with Scream recently?
Oh, from what I
Honestly,
can gather, they kicked us out and they kicked county out of it. We're not
Well,
involved
we
anymore.
didn't get kicked out. We basically so they didn't kick us out. We quit because of some drama about it was our so-called duty to do how they want to do business and not how we usually handle it. The mayor
yeah. Well, the thing
himself
is, like, we have
had.
protocol, okay,
Mhm.
and the thing is, like, the bad guys don't run the show, no matter what. I don't care what anybody says. Like, I don't
No,
know,
it was the mayor's orders. They were trying to tell us how to do shit.
Wait, the mayor was telling us how to handle them.
Yeah, he was basically telling us,
Nah,
"Hey,
brother.
this is wrong. You shouldn't be doing this." Blah blah blah. And we're like, "Hey, listen, we have tactics that have worked before. Leave it to us." And then there was a big
All right.
argument.
Well, until the mayor puts on a badge and
Tries it
goes out
out.
there and patrols himself, yeah,
Tries it
Yeah, and
out.
I mean,
I
and
don't.
another
Then
thing I'll say to piggyback off of that is, the mayor has no say over SWAT.
No.
SWAT, or at least BSO SWAT in Berkeley County in general. Berkeley County, jeez, Broward County. Apologies. Berkeley County is my real department.
he's the
My
mayor of
bad.
the city, not the
Oh
county.
yeah, he's over the municipality of FLPD. He has no say or jurisdiction over BCSO.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
just like when he was calling upon SWAT to do a security detail. That's what the fucking city's for. That's not our thing.
Yeah,
You
the
know, they
mayor
got
cannot
that big ass
tell
building.
the sheriff's office what to do. County council could do something, but not the mayor.
Yeah, as we
Well,
overwatch
unfortunately
everything.
for them, I don't believe that we have a county council for Broward County, so that's great.
Yep. Like that, and then, I mean, they got this big ass precinct and shit, and they still struggle. Like, I don't know. I don't want to throw shade, but their ethics are fucky.
No, I want to throw shade because what the fuck is wrong with FLPD's driving? I tell you what,
It's
I've
okay.
never been on
Let me
more
tell you something. Let me
head-on-head
tell you something.
collisions.
Let me cut you off there. So I'm gonna say it's the unranks most of the time, and other times it's just them not clearing shit. The unranks for FLPD, they're what they first see. Like, oh, I want to join. I want to be a policeman, so they go over there and they join as unranked. So
You're
that
skipping
leads them
out,
to.
brother.
Hang on.
Asking, I wish I didn't get banned. I had like 4 TikTok accounts, and 2 of them I had over 1,000 followers on, but I got banned on them, so I can't use them anymore. But I was gonna say let's do a TikTok live while we do this podcast, and that way we
Oh,
can have some engagement from some people in the comments or whatever.
yeah, I need someone with some free time and editing skills. I don't know how to do that nonsense. Maybe you can get your wife to do it or something. I can email you the file.
No.
Wait, what do you need my wife to do?
I don't know. She know how to edit videos down.
Oh yeah, she knows how to edit videos.
Oh yeah, I could probably email you that, and we'll get this rolling. Get a YouTube up, and then maybe get a TikTok, and maybe put little funny little
I know.
snippets together.
Oh yeah,
I know.
honey, would you be down to edit videos if we did like little snippets of a game and
Mm.
just we were doing like a podcast thing?
The thing is like I edit pictures. I don't edit
You
videos.
don't think you can
Video.
edit videos?
I learned the software and how to like make it visually attractive.
All
This guy
right.
was recording the whole time.
No, I was not.
He's posting it.
No, I'm not.
It's posted. It's posted. It's
It's posted.
posted.
It's uploading. It's uploading, and you're canceled.
And you're canceled. Tragic.
Officer on BCSO does domestic violence.
No.
Does or commits DV.
Fucking stupid. No, we do not hit our wives or break things in the house.
I only hit her when she wants
You
me
just
to.
Jesus Christ!
What?
Come on, shut up.
I only hit her when she wants me to, and I only choke her in a sexual way. It's fine.
Okay. Anyways, you
I
do
only
realize our
body slam her when
demographic.
I feel like
You
it.
do. My fucking God.
Yeah, remember our demographics like 13, 14-year-olds, man.
Remember, we're
My
gonna have a
bad.
guest here eventually. That's what this fourth seat was for tactical. Man,
R.I.P. the homie.
he's not dead, y'all. He's still here. He's just not.
R.I.P. the homie.
To all you 13, 14-year-olds out there, I just want to let you know, I'm
Life
the guy
sucks.
that
It gets
your-
worse.
Yeah, I'm the guy that your mom calls when your dad's at work.
Jesus Christ. All right. Anyway, back to that crap. Yeah.
Time out. Watch this. He's been recording this whole time, and it's not even picking up any of the Discord audio at all.
Oh no, it is.
It's
I
all
tested
just-
that. I tested that before. I was not.
Okay, I was about
that
to say.
happen.
It's all game audio. We were just silent the whole time.
Yep.
Just
Silent
sitting here.
staring at the screen.
Uh,
That'd be glorious.
no, I tested it before. That we're good. Trust me, it's catching
I
everything.
tested you before.
I tested it 5 seconds before I started the actual recording, dog.
All right, but on the real note, okay, we actually want to talk about funny stuff in Broward County because like this is real feedback that I kind of want them to hear, so that way they can realize that they're kind of like the boots and the clowns of the whole session. When we're sitting here and like a 1080 happens, there is no reason to absolutely mic puke inside of RTO and say, oh, 1080, there's 1080, where's the 1080? I'm chasing him on Riverside, there's a 1080.
Yeah, it's not that fucking serious.
It's really
really
not.
not.
Because 80%
Like,
of
I'm
the
telling you,
time, you're going to lose them.
In real life, if you just calm down and you just focus and you just let them know, hey, I'm in the active 1080. We're going down this direction, going down at this speed. This is the way, all that. You let them know all the details. You're gonna be way more hyper focused and be able to keep track of that vehicle.
Yeah, there's no reason for all the extra screaming. Your adrenaline, like, I get it.
You're on a
It's-
video game, man.
Yeah. Also, I mean, at the end of the day, it is a video game, but also even in a real life situation when I'm calling out a 1080, right? I'm not screaming over the radio. I'm coming out clear. I'm coming out concise, and I am purely following them and giving directions. If we're able to pit, awesome. If we're not able to pit, okay. We're just gonna keep following, giving clear instructions and direction. So that way, if they do 1050 and they wreck out, everyone knows where you are. Everyone can get on scene with you, especially if shots get fired. Like even today, when we were running SWAT ops today, I had no idea where the half of people were who were pressing their panic buttons or finishing a 1080. I had
It
no
was
idea.
terrible. It was terrible.
It's just good radio comm, staying calm, talking clearly and concisely over the radio. It goes a mile. Goes a mile.
Yeah,
Well, not only that,
it's-
but even as simple as like RP wise, like when you go down as an officer, right? Don't just respawn. You're making it way more difficult when you hit that panic button and then you just like randomly respawn. We have no idea where we're going. We have no idea what to respond to, who we need to make contact with. We don't have any intel on the suspect because you already respawned. We don't even know who got shot at that point.
extremely true. Yeah, whenever we try to get to y'all, trust me, we're coming. Stay where the fuck you are. Stay down and keep giving it out as you're sitting there.
Oh yeah, and if you're part of Broward County Sheriff's Office, and if you're not SWAT, get the fuck out of the SWAT RTO. There's no reason for you to be there.
Yeah, we've already discussed that earlier. Like Colonel King Colonel has already made that pretty clear. Like dispatch will
Yeah,
come and get us if
I-
we're needed.
Yeah, I spoke to him about that earlier today, and it sounded like Kyrie and all them, they're all on the same page. They said that they're gonna try to look into making us roles, so that way it can only be SWAT personnel. It'll be lieutenant and higher and dispatch that can all get inside of the call.
Yeah, because I don't need a
Oh,
bunch
but when
of.
I sent my little formal email to them, they said no, we have too many roles.
That's yeah. I don't know who said that. I don't even know what position they hold or whatever. I don't know if it was like a staff member or if it was somebody that was involved with Broward County. But everybody else that was higher up, even the director himself, the first person that said it, not Starsley, but the undersheriff, what's his name, Aiden, excuse me. Yeah, he's the one that said himself. He's like, yeah, I can do that. I have the power to do that. I will go ahead and make the rolls. And as soon as I spoke to him in person about it, well, not in person, but over voice chat, that's when he was like, yeah, he's like, that's not cool. And he's looking to make a change for it. So hopefully that'll happen soon.
Yeah, because what happens is they come and sit in the VC to think it's like a hangout lounge, but we are legit
Yeah,
patrolling the streets
cuts up
looking
your,
for these fucking gangbangers and shit, trying to get them out
want
of
to
the
talk to
way.
your homies and yeah. Well, we had a couple. Like I had one guy. He came in. I'm not even gonna say his name, but he came in and he's like, hey, he's like, are you a supervisor? I'm like, well, I am for the SWAT team. And he's like, oh, dang. Well, I need to speak to the director right now. I'm like, okay, well, dude, like,
You ain't here,
what do you
so
want me to do? Like, I'm not gonna go and do it like I'm not gonna go and interrupt and stop the director from doing what he's doing for your personal needs, especially when you're like not even really. He was ranked, but he was not high ranked. And I'm like, why are you coming to me for this, dude?
yeah, unimportant shit from slightly less unimportant people. It's fucking. Not to mention it's COC. You could easily take a look at the database and see who's around, or a
Yeah,
DM
just go message
somebody.
your sergeant or LT or something.
Yeah, no need to be chasing and looking for somebody that could probably do the same thing you could do by just figuring out yourself. I hate to be this guy, but everyone needs to learn to be a little more self sufficient. Like, it cannot be in our hands all the time. You gotta be able to handle your own shit. That's why there's so many tickets open and everything else. By shit they could just figure out by themselves.
Oh, for sure. Hey, did you edited this whole room, right?
Basically, like these
Did you
tables
put a
are purple.
fucking elf bar
You're
on the
just now
couch?
you're just now noticing this. Yeah, Devil's been gripping that shit
Yeah.
for a minute.
It's funny because I've been ripping my real one in real life, so
Yeah.
it works out. It works out.
Yeah, what
Um,
kills me is all the McDonald's bags and the white. Okay, I understand the white monsters. That's your thing. But with the mix, the white monsters, the soda, the McDonald's bags, we just look like a bunch of fat fucks.
Listen, no. We're not fat. We're this is a good diet. I mean, not everything from
listen,
McDonald's is
right,
pure poison.
as the most ripped person in this VC, because fucking FUD you used to be, but you're not anymore because you're a
Give
dad.
me about 6 months,
Um,
motherfucker.
yeah, but you're not anymore, so
I gotta
no,
start drinking all this
I get
beer.
I get that crown for now. Yeah, no, I just drink a lot of energy drinks and like I eat once a day.
Yeah, basically.
So,
Yeah, see,
but I stay fit.
hang on. I'm gonna move the camera around. See,
You just say you
Monster,
eat once a day.
especially the white Monster, right? Zero sugar. It's just little pellets of artificial shit. It's good to get rid of that sweet craving. All right. Not
Well,
everything from
not good.
McDonald's is pure poison.
Yes,
You
it
failed
is.
to notice the 3 cans of Skull Wintergreen and Pistol
McDonald's
Where?
is
Pepsi.
pretty bad. Where's the Lord's chicken?
The
Where's
Lord's
that at?
chicken. I'll order some Chick-fil-A next time. And the fucking
No, no,
random
no.
weapons sitting
Where's the?
everywhere.
Oh, I see now.
I didn't really clean up.
Um, but yeah, but I only
I
normally
would
eat
rather
like once a shift.
I would rather eat 3 cans of wintergreen to the face than eat McDonald's.
I'll
I
make
swear to
some
God.
I'll make some proportions here. I'll go fucking
Yeah.
get
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A or something.
put it in between two buns and be chilling. Yeah, but you only eat once a day, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, like so when I'm on shift,
You like
man,
you just
I'm always
you like
running around like
fasting?
crazy. And here's another thing. So the only thing I really eat is what I bring with me. Like I'll bring a meal that I prepped. I'll bring some meal prep with me. Um, because I work 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. The only things that are really open when I'm working
Or gas
is
stations.
like gas stations and Waffle House.
Yeah, you don't want to eat that shit.
Ain't nobody got
So
time
it's
to sit
like
down and
so it's
eat
like
Waffle House.
I eat my meal prep and I drink my energy drinks and that's really it for me on a shift normally.
That's crazy work.
Sometimes like if I'm like dying of starvation, I'll drop by a gas station to get like a protein bar or something, but that's really about it.
You know how I'm losing weight?
I'm
Poverty.
jerking it.
Fucking.
Poverty.
It's the best way to lose weight, everybody. Poverty. Just be broke. Ugh.
I mean, I'm gonna say I live in poverty, man. I ain't gonna lie, but
But all them beers, huh?
yeah, all them beers.
And you're. And,
I'm just waiting to get that veteran disability, man. Then I'll be sitting pretty.
oh
Dude,
god.
I ain't even gonna bullshit you. I just got my packet back for some of my tests. All right,
Ooh.
so I definitely have tetanitis. Okay, I have ringing in the ears all the time. You have no idea how many times I was even just at the range, man, and I was firing hot. But I didn't want to fuck up my score because I always shot expert on everything. I'm talking 249, 240 Bravo. It doesn't matter. I always shot expert. I wear that shit proudly. Well, there's a few times where I was so excited and I was so hyped up and focused on making sure I get a good score that I forgot to put my ear pro in. And honestly, I kind of blame my safeties because as we were lining up, going down inside of our numbers inside the range, they should have checked and made sure I had my fucking ear pro in. Well, as much as it is my responsibility as well, they still didn't do it as their job, as the range safety.
True.
And I would end up shooting, and I'd end up shooting 249, 240 Bravo, and I mean, that shit is, like automatic. Bang, 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 bang. Instant, just ringing to the ears, dude. I still get it randomly all the time. Yeah, I've been out of active duty for, oh gosh, 2 years, 2 years? Yeah, 2 years now. And yeah, holy shit! Like the constant ringing that happens, that just random moments, it drives me absolutely insane. I'll be in the middle of trying to watch like an intense movie, and sometimes like the movie will quiet down. Like I'm trying to listen to what the people are saying and stuff, and I can't hear a damn word. I have to turn on the subtitles because I can't even hear what they're saying at all.
Jesus.
And the VA decided to say, "Oh,
It's not service
it's
related.
not that." Yeah, no, no, no. It's definitely service related, but they said it wasn't bad enough. They were like, it's not good, but it's not bad enough. And so I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? My hearing is still fucked up, dude. Like, you still got to get me right. Well, get this. I had two training incidences that happened where my back got absolutely wrecked. I mean, like, I was like completely immobile for like 3 weeks at a time. I even got put in a back brace. I had to get a chiropractor. Had to do a bunch of physical therapy and stuff. They hit me with non-duty related with that. I'm like, how does that even make sense? It only happened when I was in the service, so like, make that work. Um, and then let's see, what else did they give me non-duty related for, or said that they weren't gonna give me? It was oh, something I can't remember right now. But I know that they did give me. They gave me. Well, they didn't give it to me directly yet. They said that it has to be postponed. Honey, what was the word that they used on my packet when they sent me that packet about my disability rating? Remember when they? Oh, deferred, right? Was that it? Yeah, they said that two of my symptoms were going to be deferred. One was for post traumatic stress, anxiety, and depression, and they said it was going to be deferred because it was only a doctor's opinion. Like, what are you gonna do? Hook me up on a fucking machine and tell me that I have PTSD? Like, motherfucker. Um,
Jesus.
it's just crazy stuff. I'm like, and this all comes down like I lost my child when I was in the service, and then I was treated like shit as I was getting out of the service. I wouldn't say treated like shit. Like nobody was like bullying me or nothing. It was more the fact that I had no support whatsoever. I got out of the service without a plan. I didn't know where I was going to live. I didn't know where I was going to work. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do with my life. Normally, when you get out of the military, they're supposed to set you up on a transitional program to help you kind of figure that shit out. I did not get that whatsoever. I didn't get like sorry for your loss, like nothing. And I don't want people to feel sorry for me. That's not the point. It's the fact that like my people, my platoon, my unit, my brigade are supposed to be my family. That's the only family I had while I was there, right? Like my family didn't come out and fucking fly to come see me. They didn't come visit me. I had to come and see them on Christmas break and all that kind of bullshit whenever I can get leave. Um, so this is supposed to be my second family here, and I was absolutely just kind of like pushed off to the side because I wasn't in the picture for the last few months while my kids were in the hospital for fucking 136 days plus, and
Jesus.
it was just a shit show. And so, absolutely, was I able to claim PTSD? PTSD came from my son passing away. Anxiety, depression came from not having any support whatsoever. Like, like it all matches up. That's all. That's in a way, some way, shape, or form, service related. So they're gonna defer me until they can get further analysis from another professional, supposedly.
Doesn't the VA give you a therapist?
Yeah, and trust me, I've spoken to them. I've spoken to them. I've spoken to chaplains. Holy shit! Did you just grab like 6 fig Newtons?
No.
Oh my goodness, lady.
She a little hungry.
Oh yeah, I mean, and she's stoned too. I mean, that's fine. She's only like 105 pounds, so she needs it.
Jesus. What about you? What
Uh,
about you, Halo? What kind of shit? Do you have any non-service related injuries that are 100% service related, or did you
I don't
Well,
think he's
right
sacrifice?
been to the
now,
VA yet.
because I'm only freshly out, so right now I'm still fighting with the VA. I haven't been formally told anything yet. I'm still waiting to
It
get my
takes
claim
years.
back.
Yeah, it takes a long time, man. Um,
Yeah.
let's see here. Well, I'm trying to remember the other claim. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong about that. I gotta go read my packet again. So the back injuries, I think they said that was deferred too. They want to do further analysis. No, never mind. That was declined because the doctor that I had too, it said that he's only been a VA doctor or a doctor in general for only 1 year, and this guy barely fucking spoke English. It pissed me off so bad. Me and him, like, he was starting to get pissed off at me because I couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying. Like, he was sitting there like just like speaking crazy
What is
shit,
he?
and I'm like,
Filipino or?
no, he was like Chinese. I don't
Oh
know.
God.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you saying? And I started getting pissed off because he was getting pissed off, and I'm like, this is not my fault, okay? Like, you need to fucking learn how to talk, or like, especially if you're dealing with like, like Americans, man. Like, what the fuck?
You're sounding like that one dude everywhere. Speak English. I only speak American. Fucking.
Well,
I
no,
can see the
it's just like
frustration.
you can't be a fucking VA servant and fucking have broken English and then get pissed off at me because I don't understand what the fuck you're saying. Like, go
Yeah.
find another job, man. Like, go back on Apple support. I don't know what to tell you.
God. That's something I see a
But
lot at Walmart
oh
too.
god,
Is a lot of people come over here and work, and just because the exchange rate is so high from here to Mexico, they will send like $500 down there to their family to like build a house or pay for shit, and then they increasingly collect it and collect it and collect it. And I guess they go back. I don't know. I have
hmm.
no clue.
All I know is the government's fucked up.
True. We're all struggling a little here.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing is like I'm not trying to feel like entitled or anything, but god damn, man, like I didn't put myself through all this bullshit and go through all the bullshit that I went through for me to
Just
be
not to get
absolutely
helped.
bent over and fucked.
Yeah.
If I knew that was the case, I would have never signed the contract.
True.
I'm just gonna put it that way.
Yeah, if you knew you were gonna be like, if you didn't have your back, yeah, I'd fucking yeah, you probably would change your mind.
Well, and then everybody wants to talk about, oh, help the vets, and then well, a lot of people they say like it doesn't matter even if you served or like it doesn't matter what you did in the military. If you served in general, you deserve some sort of benefit.
That's why I'm afraid to go to MEPS now, because they're fucking
Well,
they're
God forbid they give us free college, but not everybody wants to go to fucking college, dickhead. So instead of spending the money that you would have spent on me going to college, how about you just give me a fucking fat paycheck,
true,
make it even.
true,
Oh man, my back pay for my injury is gonna be fantastic.
really.
Well, yeah, he had back surgery and shit, so he's probably looking if it's over a year. Well, actually, so your back pay will only last a year, brother. I don't know if you know that.
Whack.
Yeah, so it's only going to be from the day that you started your injury claim, and then to the day that it ends. But the day that it ends, it's only going to go up to the 1 year mark, and that's what you'll get back paid for. So whatever percentage you get, let's say you get like 70%, and you're getting like I don't know $3,300 a month for it. you're only going to get 1 year worth of that, and then after, which is pretty good still. That's fucking great,
It's still
like
a good
that.
chunk of change that I didn't have before I
You
did.
know, fuck yeah, dude. You're talking thousands of dollars, absolutely. So, like one thing that I got, one thing I just found out recently is Social Security. They pay me every month for my son, not the one that passed away, but the one that's still alive. If they were both here, I would have been getting double Social Security checks. But I technically get the Social Security checks because they're considered disabled. They're not disabled. They're not, they don't have autism. They're not retarded. None of the sort. They're considered disabled because they were born under 2 pounds when they were born.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah, that doesn't even make sense. They were born under 2 pounds when they were born. Yeah. And anyways, my kids were born at 1.9 and oh, never mind. I guess I only would have gotten one social security check. It was 1.9 pounds and 2.1 pounds. The one that was born at 2.1 pounds, he's the one that passed away. But Kason, the one that was born at 1.9 pounds, he that's considered a disability being that small.
Really?
And so, yeah, oh yeah. So up until he's 18 years old, I will be collecting the checks for him, and then he can go and file after he's 18 to see if he can continue getting money like from the government.
Was he?
Um,
Was that pre? What's it called?
Preemie.
Preemie. Was he?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
very much so, preemie. Yeah, yeah. And so normally women give birth at 40 weeks of pregnancy. He was born at 26 weeks, so almost half.
Oh wow.
He was very tiny. He didn't even look human. He came out like a little alien. Like he was all purple and like I mean his like thumb was
Hmm.
probably, oh gosh,
The length of a penny.
I don't know. Um, it was
Tic
like
tac.
if you took like a, yeah, like it was like maybe even smaller. I don't know. Like it was so little. Like dude, I mean you can just snap his fucking fingers by flicking them. And
Jesus.
he's just very funny looking. Like when they first came out, I almost put my thumb on their forehead and was like, "Ew, no, brother, go back in." It's
Fucking
not
god.
it's not time yet.
No.
But no, yeah. Since he was born at 1.9 pounds, it's considered a disability. And so, anyways, this whole time for the last 2 years, they thought that I was still getting active duty pay. So they were only giving me $30 a month because that's what I was getting while they were staying in the hospital and while I was getting paid through active duty pay. Well, come to find out, I went down to the Social Security office. I don't know, like a month ago or so,
Hmm.
and I told him, and like, hey, like, I've been on and off of work altogether. Like, my unemployment time equals up to 1 year since I've been out of the military, if you were to count all the time together. And they're like, oh, okay, so like you haven't been getting paid for 12 months in total. I'm like, yeah. And so they're like, okay, well, you should have updated us because you're supposed to be getting about over $1,000 a month. So then they told me, they're like, yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna back pay you for the last 12 months, and it'll be over $1,000 a month. And so like now I'm looking at like 11,000, 1,200, or not 1,200, 12,000, 11,000, $12,000 that they're gonna pay me back in back pay, and then on top of that, they're gonna give me another 1,000 a month on top of whatever paycheck I'm getting.
Huh.
So I'm happy with that shit because that's gonna be a good chunk of change. I already own my car outright. I think I'm gonna go get another vehicle and fucking just get that going because
Hang
that
on
way me
to
and
it,
my wife don't
just
have to share
cause.
cars.
Yeah, share the
Well,
same
yeah,
car.
yeah.
Plus, the kiddo might have it later in the future if things go well. Something for him when he gets
Well,
older.
no, yeah. These cars, I'm gonna run these cars to the dirt. There's no way he's gonna be able to fucking have it. But one thing that I am doing is I'm doing it's like a trust fund account where I can put money into his account, and he won't be able to pull. Well, like I'll help him get his first car and shit. But as a father, he needs to learn how to also work for himself, and that's the way that I was taught. Is not everything's just given to you, so he's got to learn to earn that shit too. And so, like like in this trust fund account, he won't be able to pull any money out until he's about 30 years old. And by the time that he's 30 years old, with the calculation that's happening right now and the percentages, he's looking at probably about $400,000 that he's going to be able to pull just out of if building up on interest rates and or what is it like positive equity.
Hmm.
Um, it's a good thing to look into. Like get their bank account started young, put a little bit of money in there every month, and it'll grow. And they'll have a substantial amount of money by the time that they're 30 years old, and that's when they can pull it out. They'll be a hell of a lot more mature, hopefully, and they'll know what to do with their money. So,
Hopefully. Uh, Debbie.
Debbie, you still alive?
Come on, say he's been listening.
Yeah, no, I'm still cooking. I'm still cooking. I'm just listening.
Let's say, what's going on with you? Anything
Oh
interesting?
shit.
When are you
Not.
gonna have kids, Debbie?
When am I gonna have kids? My girlfriend would love to give you the answer to that. Whenever she decides to stop taking baby killer.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, I thought your balls didn't work.
Oh no, I cream pie that all the time.
How old is she?
Same age as me, both 24. Well, actually, no, she's 25 now.
Oh, dog, yeah, it's time. She only got 10 years left until she fucking.
Dog, listen. Can't be telling her that I ain't in that financial spot right now to be like, yeah, you know what, I want kids.
You know, he
Well,
has those
yeah, but I
hobbies,
mean, like,
man. He has the three most
as a,
expensive hobbies: fucking guns, cars, and gaming.
you said Cox?
Cars.
Guns, cars, and gaming.
No, I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, he
Um,
has a
I still gotta
separate beat
fix. I still
collection.
gotta fix up the '78 dually, man.
but the thing is, like, once you have a kid, those hobbies are gonna slowly fade away, and your whole world they're gonna become your hobby. You know what I mean?
What if I have a kid, and then the second that they turn like 13, they become the little helper who now has to fix the truck for me.
Well, so that's the best part. Then you're saving money at the end of the
It's
day. You know what I mean?
illegal. It's illegal free labor.
Legal slavery. Fucking.
Well, so that's the thing. You're saving money. So like, think about it. Like, you know, you can train this kid to be a fucking absolute fucking legend, an absolute beast, a tank at that. Oh,
Very true.
hold on, my wife. What's up, honey?
Make sure you want that one more because it's already 12 and you have to wake up for work.
Yeah, I'll take one more.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, can I see your boobs when you come back in?
Sure.
Thank you.
Type shit. Fuck you.
Anyways,
That's not getting cut out. That's saying. Nasty ass.
that's just legendary. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, you can train this kid to be an absolute fucking just animal, right? And then at the end of the day, they could be making you money, saving you money. Like it all kind of comes down to what kind of work you put into them.
True. It's like an investment almost. Like if I spend enough time with this
Yeah,
kid, I
he
can.
can't legally trade livestock, but you can teach him how to trade livestock by the time he's 12, and then he can mastermind it by the time he's like 16, which he still can't legally do it for himself. So then he's doing it on your account, and then you're making the money, and then you can tell him, like give him a little lending money to, start his own account, and boom, he's a fucking millionaire, and then he's gonna retire his parents.
Jesus Christ. You're shooting high there, Fut. Fucking.
Hey, brother,
Hey,
it's happened.
ain't nothing wrong
It,
with aiming high.
it's happened. There's a 17-year-old kid. His dad taught him how to trade, man. Trade currencies, and he was 17. He couldn't legally do it on his own. He got his dad like 4.3 mil, and then dad fucking hooked him up, and he went and started his own account and became like a billionaire
Dang.
Hey.
at 17 years old.
Well, anyway, it's getting late. Let's go ahead and cut this short. If y'all want to do this tomorrow, we can bring someone on, maybe.
See,
So
I'll
what else
be
you
I'll
want?
be working, so I have to join on my squad car.
Shit.
Let's
Yeah.
go fucking let's go play